There's this book that I really like. It's called The Art of Apostolic Preaching by Pastor Jacob Rodriguez.
I just finished it.
Yeah,
I'm
I have it up
middle
there.
of reading
right
it.
on. Yeah, it's a great book. It was recommended to me by one of the deacons from your guys' church, actually, David. And one thing there, where the teaching of that actual Saturday was really good, because a lot of people don't understand the difference between teaching and preaching. And the best way I could put it is teaching is explaining the text or explaining the scripture, and preaching is relating the scripture to the people, right?
Right.
That's why it's so different. But we need teachers and preachers. Every preacher should know how to teach, but not every teacher should know how or needs to know how to preach.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I was telling James, I gave a book to James that was from, what was his name?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones. And it's called Preaching. And I believe that it was cited in
he
The Art
cited
of
in one of
Preaching.
the chapters.
And I read both books, and I noticed that preaching is like a more in-depth version. It seems like Rodriguez pretty much read the book and then decided to summarize it and like pretty much give you like the spark notes.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people have a misconception on preaching. They think that they gotta, be just on it. Just, you gotta have different yelling points and all of this. And again, preaching is just relating the text, relating the text. So if you somehow, some way, can relate the text to as a preacher, relate the text to the audience, and not need to scream, you've done your job, Bob.
But it's kind of funny how he says, like, there's a section in the book where he does describe like the tone of voice, on how you're supposed to do it. So it's like there's a difference between us talking like this, but versus the Lord gave the people, and like you're kind of you're kind of like raising your voice on certain parts. It's a small little section, little paragraph, but I thought it was kind of interesting how even he talks about posture, he talks
100%.
about breathing, he talks about I got the book mainly because you recommended it to me, but he coined a term that I didn't even know what it was, homiletics. I didn't even know what that was until I read that book.
Yeah, homiletics is something that that's something they taught us, or not taught us, but reinforced for myself at least, at Bible college. It's the art of building your sermon, right?
Yeah.
But you can't have homiletics without hermeneutics. Hermeneutics is the understanding of scripture.
Right.
So for me, yes, to an extent, I believe tone and everything matters. But again, that all comes down to how you, as a preacher, can relate the text to somebody, right?
Right.
Because I've met a lot of preachers who just straight up just yell the whole 45 minutes, and like I didn't relate anything.
Just
If
that
anything,
volume 10 nonstop.